cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they've proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
So Alabama's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, like just so confident, knew his answers to the test before the questions were even asked. And defensively, that presents a huge challenge. And Jesse, how do you want to attack him? Because something has to change after that last game we saw.
Yeah, I think one of the big keys for him having that kind of day and that kind of accuracy was his offensive line gave him a lot of time to survey the field and throw darts. So if you're on defense here, you've got to find a way to disrupt his rhythm. You've got to be able to get pressure on him. You don't necessarily have to get him to the ground and sack him, but the ball has got to come out early. You cannot let him sit back there and pick you apart.
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Trying to find the end zone. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Here's the pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
The Tide crowd roaring noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Makes the catch, it's Bernard. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up, way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Sends it back in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. That's caught, it's Horton. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Hale. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Miller with the ball. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. He'll sneak it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a man, it's Simpson. Finds his big tight end. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Miller. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Catches it at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown Sooners! Special teams proving to be special. The whole thought process is just get the ball back and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball, Reese. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution of that punt return.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He's got an open man. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Oh, they're after him. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Bernard. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Hale.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. Shakes off the defender. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Adams. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He'll go to the sneak. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the back. Slithers into space. There he goes. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Look, I know this guy's tiny, but on these slant throws as a DB, you got to get your hands on him because he's just too quick. He's going to cross your face too easy otherwise, and he did right there.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Instead of trying to just take the lead with a field goal, they'll leave the... And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He leaves it with his back. They needed to enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. The give is to Miller. They went right back to him, and this time defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. To the air, it's Simpson. He's got the back in the middle. They'll pick up the first down. Out to the 27-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. That's reeled in. A lot there, moved it forward just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll pull it on the read. Spins away from the defender. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Tight end now in motion. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Finding open areas. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like, it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
To throw, it's Simpson. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold on.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And because of the success this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense got it. officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds the tight end. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds. The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run play action. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Looking for space to the left. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Off the boot, looking for his man. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Finds his tight end. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Miller with the ball. Oh, he's got some space. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down. And now maybe you put them in a passing situation on third down.
They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Tries to do it himself on the draw. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the wideout. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Touchdown tie! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I gotta find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drop. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. buying some time as he moves left. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Dances away. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. Hand off from the gun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Got it behind the line. It's Barnes. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Trying play action. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And the misconnection on 3rd down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Discretion, the better part of valor, not going to give him a chance to return as they kick it toward the sideline. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The play action fake. And the Heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, so nice to have a QB. When you need him, in the moments, can get those big third down conversions with his legs. He does it here. He showed you the wheels some today, but a nice job late in this football game when you really need it.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but at least stopped inches short. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Crimson Tide pinned deep in their own end, trying to find a little breathing room. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. The give to the back. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He's got it inside the 40. And the returner is stopped. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Gets rid of it. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Gotta find a completion on this one. Looking to scramble. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. And that pick will seal the game as the clock strikes 0. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent, looking ahead to next season. But that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.